Hey, how's it going? I was wondering, see, I have this pair of Fiskars Amplify, and they are not of the non-stick variety, and in some crafts that I did last weekend or the weekend before, I'm not sure, I can't remember, I had a hard time cutting anything. Like, I think I was cutting duct tape with it. Maybe I didn't have my non-stick scissors nearby. This is one, the smaller one. This is the other one. And I don't think they were close by like they are now. And I was trying to cut the tape, duct tape, and something like this. And the tape was sticking to the scissor blades, and I couldn't cut it. Like, it was sticking before I even got done cutting, and that was driving me crazy. And so that made me have to dig out my scissors, and I think it was a couple weeks ago, the non-stick ones, and use those instead. And I thought, what can I put on here? Can I put like chapstick on here or something on the blades to make them to turn them into at least temporary non-stick without compromising the material that I'm cutting, like creating maybe like grease marks or something like that. Or mostly because I would be cutting tape, but later on, would that residue, greasy residue, hang on? Because Vaseline, if you put Vaseline on metal, it will stay on there for a very, very long time. But see, I would also be using these, basically kind of gradually wearing that away. The only reason I know about Vaseline sticking to metal and lasting for a long time is because the dish holders, the cat's dish holders, are made of metal, like cast iron, I think. And I used to have an ant problem in my house, or in my apartment, and actually both in the old apartment. And in the old apartment, I would take Vaseline, or the generic brand anyway, and rub it up and down on the legs of those not porcelain, why do I want to say porcelain? Cast iron legs, and just kind of run it up and down and around the underside of their metal bowls and everything. And that prevented any bugs whatsoever from going into their food and, having a midnight snack. So that worked. But I don't want to put, I was going to put chapstick on there. But I don't want to put chapstick on there because it does have, this is not one I put on my on my mouth, because I use it for crafting items, crafting things, I guess. And I don't want to put that on because Vaseline is in there. White petroleum is Vaseline, so I don't want to put it on there. So then I decided, because I have this Distress Micro Glaze. It is a Tim Holtz product, so Ranger Industries. And I thought, hey, I bet if I put some of this onto here, and I've already done it and tried it out, then you can see, I don't know if you can see my paw prints there. My fingerprints. There's a kitty right there. But it's on there, and I've already cut several strips of duct tape. Now, this is my old roll of black duct tape, and you can tell it's old. It takes forever to pull it off, and it's got those lines, very well defined lines, whereas my new roll of black tape does not have those well-defined lines. Well, that kind of can get in the way. I mean, it's a cool texture, but for what I needed it for a couple of weeks ago, it was not a welcome sight. So I just went like this. I thought, well, you know what? Let me cut. I cut it. Let's go. The tape. That's awesome. It doesn't stick around. Now see. Oops. Get the. See, look at that. That's even better. And I have already cut. Now, if it sticks like that, then I can just go like that very easily. It doesn't stick to the blade. It's not frustrating. And there's no tape residue, because usually the adhesive from the tape sticks to the blades. Hey, I might have created a temporary, I'm going to cut some paper to see if it leaves any kind of residue, like an oily residue behind, because I used this to cover, to put onto watercolor pictures and onto my bottle wraps that I made. I have some mixed media paper. I don't know why I put that scissors away. Now, I'm not cutting a line or a straight line or anything. This is probably when I'll cut it the straightest. So, let's see. Is there any kind of residue? I don't see any type of... I'm going to flip it over. I don't see any type of residue on that paper. I'm going to look at this other one. It still cuts the paper. Anything? I don't see it. So let me do... Another thing I thought about doing was taking a piece of wax paper, and when I'm cutting the tape, kind of put the tape over the wax paper and then cut it with these scissors. But I thought, that's kind of a waste of wax paper. No, I do not see any kind of residue left behind. I'm also going to get the bottle that has, where I put the distress glaze on it. Anything on this? I'll have to save these for borders. Look like awesome waves. I just put my hand there because it seems to be clearer. Maybe like that. I don't see any imperfections, anything like that. I also would need to cut maybe a cloth or something. I don't have cloth. I don't have any white white cloth or anything. Maybe cut a tissue. Let's cut a tissue. Tissue? I hardly even know you. Thanks, Karen, for that joke. Other than it's not a straight cut, there's nothing. Now, I would think, if anything, it would show up on the tissue if there's any kind of residue left behind. No residue left behind. That's awesome. Now, I did not put, if you put a lot on, I think that would be a problem. I think then I would definitely see residue. But I'm not planning to put a lot on there. Just like one swipe I was able to get both sides of the blades with just one swipe of that. I think that's awesome. Wait, let me get that bottle. I have to say, excuse me for how the bottle wrap looks. It looks filthy, but it's not. The wrap is not filthy. It is the stickies underneath, the adhesive that was left behind when I pulled off the Ozarka label. That's nasty. But this has been covered with, these are alcohol ink markers that I put on here, and then I took the Distress Glaze, this stuff right here, and I rubbed it over here and everything, the whole wrap, and it still sticks. That's coming up a little bit, but it still sticks for the most part. This is refrigerated, it's got the condensation, and you can kind of see, I don't know if you can see it or not. I can see it without looking into the screen panel. I can see that the wrap is darker because of that glaze. And dirty. It's not dirty. It's not dirty because of the glaze. It's dirty because of what's underneath. So I did that. So this, to turn your, if you need to cut tape and you don't have a pair of non-stick scissors, I have a lot of scissors. And I have non-stick and regular. I have these Fiskars Amplify that cut through almost everything. And I have like little detail scissors, like the Westcott scissors I have. Those do not have non-stick blades on them. Let's see, I have one. These tiny little things, they are very sharp. But they have problems. They stick with tape when I try and cut tape with them, so I'm just gonna tear that. Really? This tape is old. So yeah, I have problems with this tape. I have to, well, I wouldn't probably cut that. See, it's starting to stick, and it's probably got stickies on the blades now. So these are not non-slip, and these are regular non-stick blades. That makes no sense. I know. I'm gonna put these on my little gate. I'm gonna put this big one in case I need it. Computer. Okay. So I could actually put, I'm gonna take a little piece of tape and remove stickies, and I could probably remove the stickies with the Distress Glaze, but I'm gonna I'm gonna put, you think I was gonna stop saying gonna? Now this, I hardly need anything, just like that. That's probably too much. You have to be careful as usual because they are sharp blades. I do not want to cut my fingers. I do not intend, I'm going to pull it out a little, to cut my fingers. So I also did this a little bit to kind of pull it off the edge there, type of thing. Okay. I'll grab this piece of tape here. There is no pull. Wow, there's no pull from the stickies. Oh, that's what I got with the other one, but look how easily that went to my hand instead of having to, like, pull it off and everything. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. And the tape still sticks. So, can't go wrong there. Hum is Coconut. Coconut says hi. She says, Mother, come here. Come here. Oh, you gonna come here? Look at Coconutty Buddy. If I tell her she's on camera, she's gonna leave. You're on camera, Coconut. There she goes. That is cool. So I could cut this. Oh, that did stick a little, so maybe I'm wrong, no. Also, like I said, I usually don't cut duct tape with these little scissors unless I'm trying to cut, well, I just cut this little tiny piece, and when I do, I find out that it sticks. So, I should probably have better lighting. My official scissors box here, the Cisco. I have all my scissors in here. These are this is what I should have used for, I'm uploading the paintbrush dryer, decorating the paintbrush dryer today. And this is what I should have used to cut. These are non-stick, titanium non-stick scissors. Is that coming off? There's no tape on that. That might be paint. Oh yeah, that's paint right there on the edge of the blade. But these, so those are non-stick. These are not non-stick. So I could do it with those. And neither are these. Although these feel really nice. It's far better than those. These, believe it or not, Tim Holtz, I was thinking, oh, if it's a black blade, does that mean that it's non-stick? No. Nope, this would stick to the tape. So you can look at that. Yeah, and Tim Holtz might say, well, that's not what these are used for. Is it black? It looks silver in the... Yeah, that would drive me crazy. See how hard that is? Let's try it with the Tim Holtz scissors. Yeah! It is a beautiful, sunny... I'm going to have a sip of water from my bottle-wrapped bottle. Okay, what do I do with the glaze? Here's the glaze. I also have the little Tim Holtz scissors, so you can do those too. Okay. And I can just bring over from this end and put it on there. And this has a kind of a serrated edge, so I'll give it a little extra. Pet the scissors. Don't cut yourself. So I don't cut myself. I'll do it that way. This I kind of put a lot on the other side. Okay. And should I do this one or wait a little bit? I am going to, with the same strip here, I'm just going to do it from the other side. Oh my gosh. Well, the only reason it's sticking, it's not sticking, it's just not even. You know how I cut? Wow, that's awesome. Look at that, didn't stick at all. Yeah, man. Is that Blue Moon talking or coconut? I have no idea. Alright! And I can protect it. I lost my little sheath for this one. I have no idea where it is. I'll probably find it one of these days when I pull the organizer out to take it upstairs to my crafting room or something if I ever decide to do that. And does this still stick? Oh, maybe it was this one that was cut, right? Another blessing in disguise, I don't know if I said this, but a blessing in disguise is maybe it would take some of the edge here gets very gluey, especially when it gets humid, so it gets very sticky there. So maybe it would take some of that out and not make it so sticky on the side. Hey, that would be awesome. So this one has not been that's thick. Okay. That hasn't been covered. A little goes a long way. And I can pull from this side. Pull from this side here. This also has a serrated edge. And it's very sharp, so I have to be very careful. Okay. Was it this one? I'm running out of places to cut. Alright, let's do this one. Look at that. I'm gonna cut in. It was not sticking at all. It was just sitting there. Will it stick? Yes, but easy to pull off. Alright, let me try another piece of tape. Let me try this. Okay, was there any sticking there? Might have to add a little more. Easy to take off. Maybe a little more. I always think maybe I put on too much, and then I know this works, but so I'm gonna take this because I'm showing you right before your very eyes your pre-recorded video eyes. Look at that. That is awesome. Falls right down. It looks like a fancy tie. Nope, no stickiness whatsoever. I pulled it away. I usually hold the tape with both fingers. I like it. That's a good idea. Now, what I didn't test is for these. Where's my paper? Will it leave anything behind? Because this does have a serrated edge. I do not see anything. Well, I don't see anything. Even in the serrated parts. I'm just looking in the screen panel I'm cutting. I'm not looking at the paper itself. That's not bad considering it's like I'm cutting with my eyes closed. There is no residue left behind. That's amazing. I'm just amazed. Right about here. There's a little string. Because of my wonderful can't cut a straight line to save my life cutting skills. Cool. And this one. I probably wouldn't cut wavy things with these Tim Holtz scissors because of that serrated edge. The serrated edge is good for some things, but not for others. That's interesting. Maybe if I hold on to it, because it doesn't, you're not, when you put a scissors on paper to cut, you're moving right through, you're not taking your time. I think I'm trying to see if I can get a greasy look to the paper by just hanging on. No. No. Yay, it works! Yay! Alright, so now when I bought these, I got a 3-pack of them. 3 in a pack, and they go a long way. You don't really need all that much. It does have kind of a like a oily feel to them. So that's one way to, I imagine it's a temporary thing that it's not going to last forever because eventually it's going to wear off with whatever I'm cutting. But that, you know, I'm fine with that. Then I just add a little bit more, and it only takes a little bit to do the job. And as far as I know, it's not compromising anything else that I'm going to cut. I also don't think it's going to be detrimental to material that I'm cutting. And we tried that out with this paper towel, not paper towel. With the tissue, it doesn't leave anything behind. No residue left behind. Cut tape, cut fabric, cut paper. There's nothing left behind. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Sign out. I'm gonna randomize. What kind of day would you like to have? Have a perspicacious day.